Cool. Okay. Well, it's not cool, but so it's like any other kind of power tool, right? Isn't it? A power tool saw, for example, it can saw off my hand in a few seconds. I
Hmm.
need to understand how to use it safely. That's the thing, yeah?
Yeah. It's a bit like an espresso, right? One cup can sharpen your thinking, but 10 cups and you're twitching in the corner, wondering if the motion you're doing is progress or just a reaction to the caffeine. So
Yeah.
the trick isn't to outthink the machine; it's to use it to scaffold your own thoughts. Okay, it can't
Yeah.
replace your thoughts. If that's what it's doing, then you're going to get very lazy, and pretty soon you're going to become overwhelmed with the tools because you're just going to use the tools. It's going to give you output, but you're not really thinking straight about what to do with it. So if you let
Yeah.
AI do all the heavy lifting, your brain will atrophy. And but
That
if
was
you
the word I was trying
engage your
for
brain
earlier.
first and then you compare what you were thinking with the outputs, then you've effectively hired the smartest sparring partner in history. Um,
Yes.
and boundaries matter for that very reason, right? You wouldn't invite your coffee barista to come into your bedroom. So don't let ChatGPT follow you into your evenings. Create no-go zones, let your brain wander, daydream, and
Yeah.
heaven forbid, actually let your brain be bored sometimes. That's where creativity can live. So on balance, AI isn't destroying our cognition, it's sort of displacing it. If you're careless, it will displace it into the void. But if you're smart, it will displace it into higher order thinking, judgment, empathy, and imagination. So,
Yeah.
so the AI rule is simple, really. It should help you think differently, not think less. So treat it like a prosthetic for the mind. It's useful, it's powerful, but it's never a substitute for the muscles that you still need to exercise. And,
Okay.
and, and with that in mind, I've created 5 rules for cognitive healthy use of AI, which I think you can share on the screen, Martin.
There we go. 5 rules for cognitive healthy AI use.
So I've given you some whys, hows, and benefits. Okay, so engage yourself before you delegate. Why? Research shows memory and comprehension are stronger if you try it first and then use AI. So how are we going to do that? You're going to draft an outline of what you think. You're going to try and solve the problem yourself or brainstorm potential ideas. And then once you've done that, put it into AI and see what AI comes up with. That keeps your brain active rather than slipping into passivity. Second one, use AI to reduce load, not noise. Why? Cognitive overload fuels stress and burnout. We've talked about stress and burnout before. My workplace excellence program and wellbeing MOT can help you decide whether you're stressed or burned out. But how do we do this? Well, we limit ourselves. Now, you and I have talked about multiple GPTs, right? Chat GPT has got loads of in itself. It is really helpful if you can figure out which tool is most useful for you and to use it for one purpose at a time. Don't ask it to do multiple things. That is definitely an error that I've made before in asking it, hey, go and redesign my business and come up with some plans. And it does, and then it just gives you too much to do. So you really need to come up with a method of minimizing that, and that will help you preserve your attention, lower that decision fatigue, and protect you against burnout. Identity rather than output. AI can make us feel like we can be replaced if we don't have values, if we don't have judgment, empathy, values, and applying our lived experience. So by doing that, we can build resilience. And then give yourself time for reflection loops as well. So studies show critical thinking improves when humans review, question, and refine the AI outputs. So always ask, do I agree with this? What's missing? How would I explain it without AI? That keeps the analytical part of your brain engaged and can prevent the atrophy that we talked about. And then finally, boundaries with those bots, right? If we overuse it, we're going to get anxious, we're going to get fatigued, we're going to have sleep disruption. So create proper AI free zones and protect your mental bandwidth.
It's interesting because when we come on to from the front line in a minute, I've now got your rules in the back of my mind and whether we're following your rules while we're doing this prompt. But that's been amazing, Lee. Thank you very much for the insights. I'm going to move swiftly on to the front line, if that's okay with your good self.